I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Browns stroll away with a 14-point win. The Saints won this contest and will now move to third place in the NFC South. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Lawyer Malloy will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. X-rays revealing that a broken foot is the report. He'll be out for 4 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Joe Horn might be the biggest loss on this list. X-rays confirming the original diagnosis, it's a broken ankle, and that'll keep him out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
Andre Woolfolk had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Hale had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Broncos beat the Falcons. In the land of the crab cakes, Baltimore, we had the Ravens lose by 6 points. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Wells is on the move, as you see, as he accepts a pretty good offer to leave his current club, $1.0 million. David Barrett will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 3 years, $1.3 million.
Seahawks, Bills. Kevin Falk is set to get the kick at his own 15. Juggles just a moment. Jumps outside, gets a block downfield by the midfield stripe, and you know he's got jets. He could go all the way 85 yards. The Bills go on to win this by the final score of 24-20. Over at Paul Brown Stadium, we had the Bengals squeeze out a 4-point victory. The Panthers got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at Ericsson Stadium. The Cardinals lost at home and will stay home for next week's game when they meet the Bills. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Bears win their 5th game of the season. The Colts won this contest but will stay at the first place in the AFC South. Raiders, Chiefs. Trent Green is a threat, even though the ball's still at the 23-yard line. Split to the left a little bit in the backfield. Now goes deep to the end zone. Pass underthrown, but it's a touchdown. The Chiefs win this one by the final score of 31-24. Randy Moss stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Deion Branch pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Patriots beat the Chargers. In the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, we had the Eagles get nipped by 3 points. And in our final game, we had the Cowboys come away victorious. So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.